Okay, hey guys. So this is a trade review for the 21st of May. Okay, so for this day, we have mm, we have 10 a.m. Okay, right here. So you can see Thursday, we have the 8:30 a.m. news to we have 8:30 a.m. news and 9:45 a.m. news. So now just looking at the daily chart, okay, just some context, okay. So the daily chart, if you look at Thursday, it was a bullish day. Okay, but I was trading the AM session and it was a mess. It was high resistance, okay. So but I was thinking that I want to see price get out of that range. But just wasn't doing it. It was just going back and forth within that new week opening gap. Okay, Thursday. So you can see I was trading inside this range. It's back and forth this new week opening gap. And then just back and forth like that. So you see 10 a.m. Let's say this is 11:30 a.m. Okay. And then right here, during the PM, during like lunch hour needs, it move up. Okay. It has a nice lunch hour move. Because generally this what realize is like when we have a very ugly AM session, a lunch hour will be nice, okay. But you can see basically what the bodies were doing. The bodies has been staying above that new week opening gap. Okay, so I was trading with my phone, and I did not have this. I did not watch like the 15-minute chart right here. But what I was seeing was what generated my trade idea was I was looking at this 4-hour low. Okay, but you can see now right here, you can see we got like 50 minutes sell size rated already. But if I pull out the 4-hour chart, you can see we did have sell size rated also. Okay. Okay, now this 4-hour chart, because you can see right there. Okay, take a look at this. So I'm just gonna delete all this and delete this. Okay, now now you can see this 4-hour chart right here. This 4-hour chart right here, it was really close to that low. Okay, so I was aiming for right here, but it just did not happen. I should did not want it, but you can see what we already rated previous low, previous 4-hour low, and this 4-hour low. So there's two 4-hour low rated. So price did this, it does not have to rate this anymore. Okay, and on also on the weekly, on the high time frame wise, it just wants to move higher. Okay, but yeah, I wasn't sure about that higher time frame direction, but it doesn't matter. Okay, all it matters is what is happening on that current time frame. Okay, so now keep that 4-hour low in check. Okay, that was where I was aiming for. So you can see right here, immediately I just sold first already.
Thinking we have entered the premium. And now see price
Yeah, so
yeah, because we have that 4-hour low. That's what I mean.
so because we have
Once the price
at
breaks
the
that comfortable
premium,
opening at like close to low, can we do it? Can we form? Can this form a high right here? I like that rejection lower. That's why I decided to trade. I like the rejection lower. I was seeing the quadrant levels.
so this is a 5-minute chart. You can see looking like that, and then yeah, as I've said, this is the dealing range reaching the premium and then seeing lower.
Okay, so
That
I want to
was
see that
what
high
I was
being kept
seeing.
intact. This is around the same conversion flag gap. Okay, I'm watching.
So we do have a value gap right there, but small one.
Okay, formation. opening range gap high.
But now
Sorry.
looking at this trade, right, you can see that the risk like this like 50 points stop loss, okay, and you can see price support of what the new week opening gap, and then you can see we got a lot of consolidation here. So if it's going to move low, it has to shoot lower, okay. But you can see like, okay, you see since 10 a.m. we've been sinking lower, right? Sinking lower all the way. That just, it's very hard for price to continue lower unless it has to like big spike lower, unless it really wants that 4 hour low. But like I was saying that price has done enough on the 4 hour low. It does not have to reach that 4 hour low.
Okay, at this point it has to be rejected by here. I'll see sensitivity right there, or else I'm just going to lose this trade and end of the day.
Yeah, I was saying end of the day, but it wasn't.
Okay, we have the 5 minute CBC right there also. Okay, how would price do? Okay, do we expand below now? Can stop out?
Okay, that was the first trade and I was stopped out. Then secondly, I was waiting. You see, I saw this 3
Okay, this is
minute.
the next CB I'm looking at. I'm still seeing for low price again.
Yep, and then what made me decide to take the second trade
See, 1 hour
was,
chart.
okay, now you see looking at the 1 hour chart. Okay, yeah, but I was still saying, okay, I was still saying that, they can reach for this low, but it has done actually enough. It's done enough. So this is like two sides. 50-minute chart, you can see what 50-minute chart is doing. Bodies are staying above that new week opening gap. And then yeah, I was thinking, okay, press entered the CB in the premium already, so that can be a nice short already. So I was waiting, do we get rejection? And indeed, we did get rejection, okay. Right here, you can see,
Okay, maybe in some item frame context. But okay, 12 AM, even though they much up, we got this. And now we have to form a high here and then it's single. I'm still seeing for price pointing low to the 1 hour low, 4 hour low.
yeah, like I was saying,
So
4
reaching
hour
actually
low,
exposed
okay.
the CB here.
So I'm thinking 5-minute CB touch the high. Can we continue lower now? We already filled in the whole 3-minute CB right here. I'm thinking dealing range right here to here. They've entered a premium. And I'm looking at this, okay, that's nice rejection. Yeah, it could have been a nice trade, like new week opening gap, we supported off just to enter a equilibrium point, just to continue lower. That was what I was thinking. Yeah, basically the AM session was really ugly. Why? Because like thinking 10 a.m. already have this kind of nice movement, like way lower. It was just it can be time for accumulation. Okay, so
Okay, 10 AM. Okay, so now we have single low price. I think let's stop it at start. Okay, based on 5 minute. Okay.
I was waiting for a CB to form. After it formed right here, and I traded based on this CB. I think it's okay. It's not chasing price right here. I'm trusting this high to form. Okay, we use this OCB as well. Okay, so
Okay, so the last trade. Okay, so here's balance.
here is balanced already. So I'm thinking I'm using this trade. I'm trusting that this price shouldn't reach up into really. It doesn't have to because it's already really balanced.
you tell me price want to move higher. Okay, but at the moment I'm still submitting to high time frame.
Yep, I'm telling myself submit to a higher time frame, which is lower price, and we have done enough to move lower if it wants to.
Okay.
Because buy side's already raided, you can see 5-minute highs is raided, so it can potentially move lower. Okay, but it has to give a big swing lower. That is nice. Okay, you can see this nice expansion, but at this point, yes, I throw my stop loss is good, but it has to expand above here. Okay, but I'm allowing this high resistance kind of reaction. Okay, so I should say back up there. But I'm thinking that I threw my stop loss too tight already. Okay, yep. I say I don't know if you guys can hear now, but I saying I threw my stop loss too fast because the body's still staying below. I'm still trusting it. But now if you look at 5-minute chart, you know it's a really ugly trade, I would say. But now you can see what price is doing back and forth here, and new week opening at. We will see later. Okay, like I can still hold to this price. This trade is still okay. Okay, so after this thing happened, I should have continued expecting lower price and expect it to be nice, not continue expecting it to be ugly and hold on to the trade. That was what I think. Okay, and when price is this ugly, it either really rips lower or it continues in this ugly
because now I'm seeing this as already fully balanced. Okay, but now the price the current condition not looking good. Okay, it has to expand past below this and this. I'm thinking so. Price is rated. Okay,
so
almost 1050 AM macro. And price is rated. Price is rated.
okay, 1050 AM macro. So 1050 AM macro, it should continue spiking lower because we already did all the buy sides rate. Okay, all the buy sides rate right here. It should continue spiking lower past this and show no sign of support and really sink lower if it wants to go lower. Okay, we did went lower.
Okay, 5-minute chart, yes, giving a body.
Yeah, you just see.
We're coloring the BC too much, too obvious, too balanced. Sorry. He just wants to see.
Okay, you can see we started expanding lower. I don't know it's the latency problem or what because my phone wasn't really showing. Okay.
I think I see price just shoot below. I see price use this and shoot and below. Okay.
Okay, so right here you can see all this balance range. I want price should just continue shooting below and not even pierce back up. So I should have just trailed my stop loss. With this expansion candle close below this BC, I can just throw my stop loss to right here and let it be because you can see here I should have paid myself. Okay, balance right here, new week opening gap. There's so many factors that it can continue spiking higher. But yeah, this is with hindsight because I'm still sticking to my bias, which is lower price. Okay, so I'm allowing that. Okay, but I want to see price close below that blue rectangle. Yep. I keep telling myself if I lose this, enough for the day, but you know I still traded. Okay. Yep, that was what I was saying, right? I don't want to see any signs of support. Okay. Because sometimes that tick count is really bothering me. When I'm looking at it run, but my candles isn't moving. That sometimes bother me. Maybe I should consider closing it. But basically, I don't close it because I want to see the range of my stop loss also. Yeah, but I cannot, you know, I don't know if I can change it. But okay, at this point, you can see what new week opening gap touch, and then it should have continued spiking lower. So my stop loss should have been trailed to like at least here, maybe 29123, which is a 1 point stop loss, which is decreasing the risk. Okay, because this is already a winning trade. Okay, it has already paid me 40 points, and if I want it to go move lower, it should not reach back up. If it's a condition that's going to reach back up, fuck that trade. Okay, so at this point you can see it should have just continued spiking lower.
reducing risk.
Okay, it's good that I reduced my risk.
Okay, it has to get below, like at this instant, okay? Because we have a lot of balance price here. I want to see price rejecting off.
Okay, you can see price starts supporting off the CE big expansion up, and that is a clear sign that it either ripped up and continue shooting lower, or either rip up and hit my stop
Okay, getting below,
loss.
okay? Okay, after price done that upward movement, I want to see price move lower now because it's just trapping.
Yeah, it can do that because
So
it's
that's not seen. If
just
it's not,
trapping people to short. You know, the retails will be like, oh, we are gonna go up with that big spike
okay,
low,
that's all. I saw
big
it as a
spike
short
higher.
position.
Sorry.
If you're going to go lower, it's at a safe position.
Okay, so I should have allow at this point I should have allowed like 2 touches. You know, so on that second touch, I should have just closed my trade.
Okay,
Okay, so let's say right here, I'll allow one more touch. Okay, if it doesn't spikes now, we are going to just yeah, believe it or not, I was trading in the toilet. Okay, now it's
point.
gonna
It's now whenever it has to move lower now.
it's like it's supported off this. Okay, so
Just see
actually
moving
this is a very ugly session,
It's now
and
whenever we are.
in my
This is
mind
the C.
I know it's a very ugly, so that's why I just allowed it.
Be used to send price lower.
Okay,
That's why the next one it has to sink lower now.
but yeah, it's just me
Okay,
trading at
stop
a
sink lower.
high resistance liquidity run.
Okay.
So at this point, it either rip up because you can see now this BC is supporting price. Okay, so I was actually ready to get stop out already.
Okay, 5 minute.
Okay, you can see how ugly price was. Like can move up already, but it's 10:50 in macro. It did paid. It did play out a lower price, but when it starts supporting up, and you know macro times is when the PD arrays are sensitive. It was sensitive to this also, like you know right here. So you know I should have just closed the trade, to be honest. Like my stop loss should be trailed right here, and I would have gone stop out. Okay, I would say for this trade. So the second trade I would say is okay.
Okay, now good. Because my because it wasn't showing my 1C already. Take out this and the much higher past this. Okay, that was not my 1C already. So now you go back above opening gap.
Okay, you can see what price is doing. It got back to this CB, but at that point where I wasn't really seeing really because I have lost 2 trades already. So I was starting to doubt. So at this point, best thing to do is don't trade. But I was still constantly finding direction, like whether is it going to go higher or going to go lower.
Need to be seen lower
That
here.
was what I was still thinking. And this is my dealing range, okay? So I was thinking, okay, we are entering a premium again,
Okay.
just
Opening
to
just above
move
price,
lower.
so you opening gap has been price.
Okay, and then I'm going to bring in the opening range gap. Actually, let me see. 21st. Okay, we do have the opening range gap right here. Okay, that was my factor also because I was seeing a opening range gap, right? You can see price was staying below that opening range gap. So I was thinking this opening gap was considered quite big one also. Okay, you can see 140 handles, and price is staying below it. So I was thinking price wants to use it and move lower. That's why I was constantly submitting to this. Okay, and you can see this whole CB help price ding dong. You know, just up down, up down, up down, up down all the way. Like it's really really ugly. Okay, and it in fact it did not even reach for the 4 hour low. So actually, you know, this was a very ugly session. 10 a.m. already sink lower with this nice fall lower, and then it starts consolidating. And like I said on the 15-minute charts, bodies staying above the new opening gap. Okay, so yeah, it was just me being wrong, me reading it wrongly. That's it.
This is time 30 within. Oh, we can see.
Okay, but at this point, I'm waiting for more information.
Okay, finally chart. The CB is the holding price. Still in the
At this point, I can see 3 minute. It still looks quite bearish actually, but it's the body sticking here is not nice.
okay, the price get up and take out these highs.
Yeah, because you can see you can take out the highs because we got sell sides raided already. So it's like sell sides raided, time for buy sides to get raided. But you can see we are still being we are, the OCB
Oh yeah,
here
the
is
other size
still holding price.
and then the body's right there.
Okay, so far I have taken 2 trades.
You want to see price get below opening range here first. Okay, nice.
Okay, so now my thinking is we have been reading buy sides already. Okay, you can see three drive pattern here, and then we are holding of this OCB. So that's why I'm thinking that
That's
if
nice.
price reaches back for this open range gap, I'm going to sell.
Nope, not doing that.
Okay, I will have shorted in this CB. Let's wait and see. So I did not. Okay, because why? This blue rectangle. Okay, you can see this blue rectangle. I was doubting it already. Okay, I was doubting it because you can see we are sitting above that that
Yeah, but it's messy,
BC.
man. Really messy.
Okay, you heard what I say? Price is really messy. Really messy. It's
I'm
really
thinking, does it not
messy.
want to get that 4 hours outside? Or does it want to do lunch hour? Or does it want to do lunch hour? It's completely in the range now. Yeah, price is really messy, man.
Yeah, let's slow down a bit. Maybe it's a bit too fast.
Really messy. Now got me thinking, does it not want to get that 4 hours outside?
Yeah, so I'm starting to think that price does not want to get that 4 hours outside because you can see we had 30 a lot of buy side rate, and then with this kind of week, it can very well not
Or
even
does it
reach
want to
for
do lunch
that
hour?
sell side, even though it's that close to it. Because it's that close to it, if it wants to run lower, it would have run just now already. It would have break off during this run, okay, and not even reverse back and come back to this CB. Well, it can do it later on, but this is completely high resistance already,
It's completely in the range now.
completely in the range, this range to this new week opening. You can just what's the range, just going back and forth, nothing. But I'm still so my thinking now is like, okay, it's 10:50 a.m. macro, right? And now it's time. It's this time I will look for a nice London trade, a lunch trade. Sorry, well that's what I've been seeing. So I was actually waiting. Okay, I want to wait for 11:30. That was what I was thinking at that time. But at the same time also, it's like I just came back from my work, so I was like, no, I just don't trade, that kind of thing. So I was thinking lunchtime it will continue to move lower. Okay, because I saw this expansion lower again.
Okay, so I think it's enough for the day. So price did went lower right here, but supported off the new opening gap. It should have continued lower if it wanted to go lower. And yeah, it did not. Stop me out. That was the first trade. Okay,
Okay,
then
you
we
can
just
see reach back to from here, reach back all the way to the new week opening gap. So you can see this is the range it is in. So you still can cash trades within it, but
What's the
you
new
know
opening?
why do so? So at this moment, I was looking at it.
Nice.
Okay, does it continue ripping lower? It has to continue ripping
Looks
lower
like
if it's going
low
to
is in
go
process
lower.
now.
Yep, goes in the process, but no,
But I'm not joining. Definitely not joining.
Chelsea.
I'm not joining this trade.
Yep, good job, good job, Josh. I was saying I'm not joining
Very
this
ugly price.
trade. Very ugly price.
CB held price. They expanded lower, but I was constantly getting stopped out. So looks like we are expanding lower now. Oops.
Okay, so I
Not before.
actually shorted it.
Yeah, I wanted to
Okay,
short
now
this
I'm
one.
thinking.
New thing I see.
Yep, I wanted short right
But
there, but it did not happen.
the risk would have been different, but anything. I want to short right here. I'm seeing it as an immediate rebalance.
Okay.
I want to short right
Yeah,
here, but
because I'm
yeah.
still submitting to lower price, remember? So yeah, that was the whole idea. The stop loss would have been a bit smaller, 12 handles, so yeah, double up the stop loss, but it's fine.
Okay, I'm seeing it as an immediate rebalance. Does it pan out as an immediate rebalance now?
Immediate rebalance right here. It's the strongest signature if we are bearish. If we are bearish.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
at this point it should continue spiking lower, or else I'm just wrong. And with hindsight I was wrong. I was actually just reaching for this 5 minute, this 4 hour order block also. But if I want to see, you can see this low there. That's what I was aiming for. So stop loss right above there, and nope, I
that's
didn't
it for
see it
the.
working.
Okay, now let's see.
Yep, and I
Okay,
just
minus. This was the first trade.
accepted the loss. It was considered quite a big
3.9,
loss day, all losing trades, but
3.9, 8 point.